Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about how to determine what your skin type is. Now, it's really important to know what your skin type is before you start building a skincare regimen. Oftentimes we use products that we think are suitable for our skin type, but actually they're not. And sometimes we wrongly think that we have a particular skin type because we're using products that are making our skin act a certain way. So for example, if you think that you have dry skin, it might just be that you're using products that are too drying for your skin and actually you've just got hypersensitive or maybe even oily skin. The best way to tell what your skin type is to thoroughly cleanse your skin. Take all your makeup off and then use a really gentle cleanser, and that's it. Leave it for about 2 hours. Don't apply any moisturizer or toner or anything. And in 2 hours, come back and see what your skin looks like. Now, if your skin feels a little bit tight after you wash it and you come back to the mirror after 2 hours and you see that it's got a couple of dry flaky patches, maybe even a little bit of redness, and the good thing is that you cannot see any pores whatsoever, then you have dry skin. Dry skin also tends to be a little bit dull. It tends to lack a little bit of a glow simply because your sebaceous glands are a little bit lazy and they don't like producing a lot of oil. So you have to be really on top of your hydration and your moisturization. A couple of really good ingredients to look for are, for one, hyaluronic acid, which is just a fantastic ingredient for pretty much all skin types, but it's really good at attracting moisture into your skin and then keeping it in there. Classic example of a product that has hyaluronic acid is Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair. I don't have a bottle to show you at the moment because I have run out and I need to go get another one. I use this all the time, even though I don't have dry skin, but it's just really good for all skin types. But if you do have dry skin, it's especially good for you. One of the best things you can do for your skin if you have dry skin is to exfoliate it, and one of the best exfoliants for dry skin is glycolic acid. And one of the best products that features glycolic acid, I've talked about this before, is Pixie's Glow Tonic. This is a really gentle hydrating toner slash serum slash essence that you can use after you cleanse your face and before you add your moisturizer. As far as moisturizers go, there are a bunch of really good ones out there for dry skin. At the moment, Clinique's got a really good one called Moisture Surge 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator. Clinique claims that it will provide your skin with hydration for up to 72 hours. It has a bunch of really great ingredients in there that are good for dry skin. Now, if you have oily skin, these are some of the characteristics that I'm sure you are all too familiar with. The first is large open pores that are really visible. The second is the biggest giveaway of oily skin, and that's just really shiny skin. If your skin naturally produces its own glow in 2 hours, then chances are that you have oily skin. There are some benefits to having oily skin, the main one being that because your skin is so good at producing its own lubrication, it will take longer to wrinkle. The main thing you need to know is, even though it's really tempting to do so, do not over dry your skin out. So that means absolutely no alcohol whatsoever. There are good alcohols and there are bad alcohols. Certain alcohols are fatty and they can be quite emollient and they can add moisture to your skin, and that's great. But I'm talking about pure alcohol, which usually shows up on ingredients labels as alcohol denat or denatured alcohol. So do not use any products that have denatured alcohol in it because they will just strip your skin out further. We've talked about this before. Foaming face washes do the same thing as well. Not all foaming face washes are evil. I feel like I have to clarify that. Some are better than others. Now, the ones that you want to stay away from are ones that have an ingredient called sodium lauryl sulfate. I feel like I should start a campaign against sodium lauryl sulfate because I just talk about that stuff so much, but it's really bad for your skin. So anything that really dries your skin out even further is to be stayed really far away from if you have oily skin. Good ingredients to look for. The best thing you can do for your skin if you have oily skin is use an ingredient called salicylic acid. What salicylic acid does is it gets in there and just unclogs everything, and it's just really good for keeping your skin really clear. I've talked about La Roche-Posay's Effecla line in the past that features salicylic acid. Unfortunately, they do not retail in India anymore. I really wish they did. But there are a bunch of really good products that you can get in India that feature salicylic acid. So read your ingredients list and look for something that has salicylic acid and doesn't feature alcohol. When it comes to moisturizers, you want something that's oil-free, and especially when it's warmer, something that is preferably in a gel formulation so that it's not going to be too heavy on your skin. A really good one is this one by Clarins. It's the Hydra Essential Gel Sorbet. It's a really light texture and it hydrates really well without overwhelming your skin or being too rich. And it's just a really light, lovely moisturizing gel for oily skin. Moving on to sensitive skin. If you have sensitive skin, you probably do not need to do the test because you already know you have sensitive skin. Sometimes it can feel like your skin is always having a tantrum, like whatever you put on it is going to make it sting or itch or burn or just dry it out even further. Redness is a big characteristic of sensitive skin, and you may also have rosacea, which is a really heightened form of sensitivity on the skin. But the best way to really diagnose rosacea is to ask your dermatologist about it. Now, let's talk about really quickly why sensitive skin happens, or mainly the main reason for sensitivity is that your skin's moisture barrier is completely compromised. Certain ingredients can compromise your moisture barrier, like alcohol, and what that means is that your skin is losing moisture, letting it seep out, and it's letting the bad stuff in. So you may be more prone to irritation or sensitivity or redness or breakouts or general skin damage. With sensitive skin, you really want to focus on rebuilding your skin's barrier, and the best way to do that is to use products that have ingredients that replicate what's in a naturally healthy skin barrier. So that's ceramides, that's fatty acids, that's amino acids. Just look for products that have these ingredients in them and use very sparingly. Try and stay away from anything with a lot of fragrance in it, because fragrance tends to really irritate sensitive skin. La Roche-Posay, which unfortunately, like I was saying, isn't available in India anymore, has a really fantastic line for sensitive skin called Toleraine. But Bioderma, another French skincare brand, has a really good line as well called SensiBio. So check that out if you have sensitive skin. Now, if you come back in 2 hours and you find that your skin is oily in some bits and dry in some bits, you have combination skin. Combination skin usually tends to be oily in the T-zone, which is across your forehead and down your nose, and really dry and flaky on your cheeks. Now, there are a bunch of products out there that are targeted towards combination skin. I honestly don't believe in them. I feel like there isn't a one product that can fix it all, because you essentially have two main skin types, and so the best thing to do is to treat it accordingly. Use products that are targeted towards oily skin on the oily areas, and use products that are targeted towards dry skin on the dry areas. You are also a prime candidate for multi-masking, so that means using different masks on different parts of your face depending on what it needs. So use more sort of clay-based masks on your T-zone and use more hydrating masks on your dry bits. The last skin type is normal skin. Now, if you have normal skin, you probably already know this, because your skin just doesn't give you much trouble. It doesn't break out very often, it doesn't get too dry, it isn't super oily, you don't have extremely visible pores. If you have normal skin, consider yourself lucky and just keep doing what you're doing. Try and stay away from some of the main ingredients I was talking about that are damaging to your skin barrier. The thing that you can keep in mind though is to use products that have a lot of antioxidants in them, because they are just generally great for all skin types. There isn't a skin type in the world that doesn't benefit from antioxidants. What antioxidants basically do is they minimize the free radical damage in your skin. Free radical damage is caused by pollution, by stress, sometimes also by the things that you eat. There's a brand that I've really been loving lately called Aika or Aika, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's an Indian brand that's all natural, and they have a really great hydrating gel called the Antioxidant Hydrating Gel. It features rose and bergamot, and it is a really lovely, very soothing gel-based moisturizer that smells incredible and is really good for normal skin, but the antioxidants in it make it really good for really all skin types. There you go, that's a basic guide to figuring out your skin type and ingredients to look for depending on what skin type you have. I hope this was really helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.